Real scare out at Western Oval for Footscray. That was Stanfield and Gale. They were 10 goals to 3 at one stage, Footscray, and then Richmond got level early in the last quarter, coming home with what looked to be the breeze, but Footscray able to hold off. Just saw Rowan Smith, an excellent goal, and this is where he went off after this tangle with Knights. Western Oval at one stage, Footscray led 10 goals to 3. They're on top of the ladder today, but Kelvin, it must have been a hollow victory in some sorts.
Yes, it possibly was. They looked like league leaders from the outset when they piled on 6 quick goals and were getting the ball quite easily out of the centre. And I'll just go into the votes. I gave Coleman 3 votes. It was a toss-up actually between him and Scott Wind, and Glenn won the toss. But his marking was a highlight in the game, and he was a very important cog in the machine when the game was in the balance, as was Scott Wind, who was now developed into a very proficient ruckman and one of the best in the comp. And I gave 1 vote to Mark Hunter in the back pocket, very steady and great support for Campbell at full back, who incidentally gloved the ball very clean in that there and was a great player. But as I said, Footscray started very well out of the middle. A lot to do with Wine in the ruck. Liberatore, Atkins and Baxter were great players early in the game, but a lot of credit should be given to Richmond. They did persevere. Lambert started to run rampant in that second term. Received great support from Free, who was thrown into the fray, along with Powell and Smith in that the third term, I should say. And by early in the last quarter, they levelled the scores, but it was just the polish in the finishing off area which cost them the game, and that's what Footscray had.
Kel, buddy, Powell.
Matey, yeah.
The Campbell from Richmond played very well last week, a young player. How did he play yesterday? Yes,
I've watched him a couple of times, and he's an unobtrusive type of player, but he picked up a number of possessions, and he's been getting in excess of 20 a week, so he's a player to watch and something that Richmond are going to have to build on, those types of players.
Kelvin, if you were to coach a footy side, would you look forward to having a crack at Richmond? Do you think they've got something to work with?
I think they have got something to offer. I mean, players like Free, they've got those up-and-comers we just spoke about with Campbell. Young Maxfield in the centre was completely outclassed in the first term, but fought his way back and is a very solid contributor. Smith on the wing, so there's definitely something there, and I think that Jeans is very good at finishing off a side, and I think you'll find that the Tigers will get that polish.
Do you have the videotape out at half-time this week?
No idea, Jared. No idea about that one, but it worked the week before.
Yes, well, did you notice any of the Jeans traits in the side? You were coached by him for a long while?
Yes, just little things, the knock-ons, the tap-ons, which I think Jeans really instigated in AFL footy, and just the way they position themselves to run past the handball across, into the player's vision. Those little things you can see creeping in their play now.
So high hopes for Richmond, maybe in the future, and certainly Footscray. They're on top of the table.